If I were to summarize the Old Testament in just 3 minutes, my summary would be that the Old Testament is about human failure. From Genesis, God created man. Man disobeyed God, and God began the work of saving man. God saved Noah's family, chose Abraham, and reached his grandson Jacob, that is, Israel. And he has become a big family. 400 years later, in Moses, God continued to rescue the nation of Israel from the oppression of Egypt. Joshua, Moses' successor, led the Israelites to conquer Canaan and reach its peak. That's it from Genesis to Joshua. From the beginning of the book of Judges, the Israelites went downhill all the way and never reached the peak of the book of Joshua. Although there were kings of Judah who were after God's heart, such as David, there were only a few exceptions. The Israelites no longer had the overall image of being united and invincible in the book of Joshua. When we read the Bible, we must pay attention to avoid the misunderstanding of exalting heroes. We must know that God's intention is not only to gain individual spiritual giants, but also to gain the entire nation and the entire human race. From the beginning of the book of Judges, the power of the devil is everywhere. A Bible commentator said that you must wash your hands every time you read the book of Judges, too dirty. But in the book of Judges, God still reigns. But in the book of Samuel, it's man who reigns. People just want to go all the way into the dark. First, after the death of Solomon, the kingdom was divided into north and south. The northern kingdom of Israel did not have a good king, so it was the first to be exiled. The southern kingdom of Judah followed closely behind and made the same mistake. From the book of Israel until the end of the Old Testament, the Israelites were like stray dogs driven around by the devil. After the beginning of the New Testament, God did not speak for 400 years. During this period, people acted recklessly, and demons appeared one after another. In the New Testament, when Jesus began to work, one of the major tasks was to cast out demons. Of course, no matter where it is, the first protagonist is always God. No matter how miserable the Israelites fell into, God sent prophets and raised up priests to do the work of restoration. But the Israelites are always like the pig in Jesus' parable. After God washed him, he still returns to rule in pigsty.